Thanks to everyone who's tuning in to watch this afternoon. Even with the COVID crisis preventing us from being in the same room together, I'm really happy that we're able to continue these events online and still stay somewhat connected.
These are truly unprecedented times. Whether you're a parent, a teacher, a policymaker, or a citizen, you know that the school closures have dramatically impacted the context in which children learn and the context in which families operate.
I would say that the number one issue is closing the digital divide.
Everybody is rightfully concerned about the current unemployment. How do we get people back to work in a socially acceptable and safe way? And very little attention has been given to education in general.
This virus saw no color. It saw no ethnic scale, no economic scale. It was agnostic.
As many people know, employment is really the backbone of our system of health insurance for the working age population. So when people lose their jobs, they often lose their health insurance. So they really have, kind of twin problems.
If we open up again and we tell employers to go rehire their workers, but then we have an outbreak, we're going to shut them down again. Well, how many employers actually really want to enter into that?
I don't think that Nick's phone has stopped ringing since this crisis began and people started working from home 2 months ago.
Working from home during COVID is pretty awful. Post-COVID, I think, could potentially be somewhat of a promised land. My 3 tips of working from home post-COVID is, 1 is to do it part-time. Secondly, it should be optional. And finally, it should be a privilege.
In economics, we often say there's no free lunch. And I think it's true here too.
I think that deficit reduction is a super important thing, but because interest rates are so low, the costs of those high deficits right now are certainly outweighed by the benefits of the stimulus programs that we've been pursuing.
You should be thinking about this question of how fair is it that tax rates on people living today would be at some level, but the tax rates on grandkids are going to have to be higher to pay for what we're doing today.
We're in the midst of one of the most unconventional, probably the most unconventional downturn of our times. But when we come out of it, we will really be in uncharted territory.
As we think about the logistics and as we think about the nuts and bolts, we have to get a bit more comfortable with the unknown. But right now, we have to plan around what we know we have, not what we hope we have.